Welcome to Sakurako, where you can discover authentic Japanese flavors through our snacks and teas.
Hello everyone, welcome back my sweet mortal soul. Tonight I have the coolest 3-part menu I've ever put together for you. So welcome back to this episode of Riddle Me Din Din. And today for round 1, if you play my game and you guess correctly, the answers will lead to a reward. So ready your recording devices. Round 1 is for the main meal tonight. So here we go. Riddle me this. My base is black, and I'm flavored with the oil of bergamot oranges. What am I? Riddle number 2. How do you win a water fight with the kids on your street? Riddle number 3. What do you call a bird that's afraid to fly? Riddle number 4. Which venue did all the vegetables choose to open their fighting club in? Riddle number 5. What do cloves use for money? And finally, riddle number 6. Why did the skeptics suffer from high blood pressure? How many of these do you think you got right? Let's find out. We'll review. So, in the first riddle, it's asking about something that has a black base and is flavored with the oil of bergamot oranges, which are, by the way, from Italy. And what is it? It's Earl Grey tea. And that's what gives it its pungent flavor and scent. We're going to need 1 Earl Grey tea bag. Riddle number 2, how to win the water fight? Boil the kettle. And ouch, that's not so nice. But I have been in water fights where people have done this. So I prefer to use the ice cubes, but we will need 1 full kettle of boiled water. And that's to make the tea. And riddle number 3, the bird that's afraid to fly, it's, well, it's a chicken. And we're going to need 1 whole large roasting chicken. In riddle number 4, the venue to have a fight club, it's an onion ring. Well, we're going to need 1 onion and cut it into a few pieces. In riddle number 5, what do cloves use for money? Garlic bread. They've got lots of bread. Garlic bread. Oh. 3 cloves of garlic are needed. Peel them, but leave them whole. In riddle number 6, why did the skeptic suffer from high blood pressure? He was taking everything with a grain of salt. So we'll need 1 pinch of salt. So, Venus, you might ask me, what does this make? This is Earl Grey chicken. And the prep time is only about 10 minutes, but you will have to cook 30 minutes per pound of the chicken. So plan for getting that put together and put that in the oven right now. You can come on back later and hear the rest of the riddles to get the rest of your 3-part mini menu in tonight's Riddle Me Din Din. Okay, and if you're back, what you've got to do to put this together is you need to make a pot of the Earl Grey tea and let it cool down just a little bit. Once it's made, rinse your chicken and pat it dry. Put it in a roasting pan or a Dutch oven, and then stuff the onion and the garlic inside the chicken cavity and toss some salt over it. Now add the tea to the Dutch oven and cover and place for 375 degrees Fahrenheit in the oven, and probably generally size of chickens, you might be leaving it in there for about an hour. Uncover and you baste it. So pick up that tea and you keep bathing it over the chicken, and then cover it again and ignore it for about another hour. And again, in your timing, it's 30 minutes per pound. So uncover and baste it again. Basically, you're making sure it doesn't all dry out. You're keeping it moist. Cover and ignore for probably about another 30 minutes. Once it's ready, uncover and continue to cook for, well, the last of the time it needs. And then, if you can, just keep going back. Remember to baste it as it's baking. And you might be worn out from ignoring the chicken on the in-betweens, but try to muster that energy and baste it at least one more time before it's finally done. When it is, remove it from the oven. Pull the garlic and the onions out of the cavity. You can put them in a separate dish if you want, and let it stand for a little bit. The bird, not the onions and the garlic. You can throw those out if you want. And this chicken is ready when you are to carve and enjoy. Now, I gave this to you first so that you can get it prepped and get it into the oven and hear out the rest of the riddles as we go. But if you're popping into the live episode, welcome, and we're heading into part B. Are your recording devices ready? So riddle me this. Why was the cat so small? Riddle number 2. What is Captain Picard's favorite drink? Riddle number 3. When is the chef bad? That's it for the riddles for part B. What do you think the answers are? Let's review. Why the cat was so small? Because it drank condensed milk. We're going to need about 14 ounces of condensed milk. And if you don't want to use that, you can use regular or coconut, but do not use evaporated. Do not use evaporated. It won't work out the same way. In riddle number 2, Captain Picard's favorite drink? 1 cup of Earl Grey tea. And that's what you're going to need here. We've got an Earl Grey tea theme if you haven't caught on. Pretty interesting. Now, riddle number 3. When are we dealing with a bad chef? When they whip the cream. I'm sorry. We're going to need 2 pints of whipping cream. And do not use half and half. Again, use the real whipping cream, not half and half, or it won't turn out the same way. So, Venus, what does this make? This is an Earl Grey no-churn ice cream. Of course, if you don't have Earl Grey at home and you prefer another type of tea, it will work just as well. But let's see how to put it together. First, you're going to steep the Earl Grey tea bags, 3 of them, into a cup of hot water. And so you're going to make it really strong. And you need to steep it for at least 10 minutes so that it gets a really, really strong flavor. And so that the tea also cools down more, making it easier to whip the cream. The stronger the tea, the better the flavor of the ice cream. In the next stage, add all of your ingredients into the Vitamix or blender and whip it until it's thick. And you'll see how the whipping cream will help this no-churn ice cream get ready really thick and creamy. And you don't have to add any extra sugar at all. There's enough sweetness from the condensed milk to make the ice cream perfect. In step number 3, you're going to pour the ice cream mixture into a freezer-safe container and cover it with plastic wrap. And Some people may use metal bread pans for storing the ice cream in the freezer. You have to let this set and freeze for about 3 to 4 hours before you can scoop and enjoy. And this is why I've given you this in part B. The chicken needs some time to bake, and this ice cream needs some time to freeze. And please note, if you put the ice cream in an airtight freezer-safe container, the ice cream will last up to 2 months in the freezer. So that's a really nice long-lasting batch. All right, so the chicken is cooking, the ice cream is freezing, and now for the final round, round 3, get your recorders ready. Riddle me this. Even the metric system serves this in cups, not liters. What is it? Riddle number 2. You can't make it any sweeter. It's sweet enough already. What is it? Riddle number 3. What runs but never walks, and it bubbles up when you shake it? Riddle number 4. What do superheroes put in their drinks? Riddle number 5. What do you give a scientist with bad breath? Do you know? Let's find out if you knew. So let's review. Even the metric system serves this in cups. What is it? It's tea. And we're going to need 1 cup of tea. You guessed it. Earl Grey, or your favorite variety. In riddle number 2, it's sweet enough already. It's sugar. We're going to need 3/4 cup or 100 grams of Redpath granulated sugar. Riddle number 3. It runs but doesn't walk and bubbles up when you shake it. It's 4 cups or 1 liter of soda water. Riddle number 4. What heroes put in their drinks? Just ice cubes, just like the rest of us. And you're going to need enough ice cubes just to fill all of the glasses you're going to serve in. Riddle number 5. What do you give a scientist with bad breath? An experiment. Experiment. Mint. See what I did there? Okay, never mind. Well, we can use fresh mint to garnish, and that's optional, but a really nice touch. So V, what does this make, you might ask? This is called iced tea soda, and it's a perfect complement to both the chicken main meal and the dessert that's chilling in the freezer right now. So how do we prepare this? Take your favorite tea, make it extra strong, and because that will make it set best, remove the tea bags from the tea after 5 to 6 minutes of steeping. In a medium bowl, add the sugar, pour in the hot tea, and whisk until the sugar is completely dissolved. Now, you can chill this tea syrup in an airtight container for up to a week, or you can use it right away while it's still warm. To prepare the sodas, fill your glasses, and this should be able to fill at least 4 glasses to the top with ice cubes. Measure about 1/4 cup of tea syrup and pour it over the ice into your glass. And repeat to fill all your glasses. Using the freshly opened soda water, fill all 4 glasses almost all the way up to the top, leaving enough room to stir in soda. Place in a straw. Give the glasses a good swirl to mix the syrup with the soda. And you may find that the soda to be too sweet or not sweet enough, and just keep mixing a few glasses for yourself before serving to everyone else. And you'll have enough syrup to do a few tests, so don't worry about running out. And the chef's tip that comes with this recipe is when making any kind of tea for serving iced, be sure to make it extra strong. You can do this in one of 2 ways. First, you can let the tea steep 3 times longer than usual, or the second way is to use 3 times more tea bags than usual and steep it for the same amount of time you usually would. Using more tea bags will get you a better flavor, and it does allow you to mix different varieties. All right. Some of the things that I've seen people suggest with this recipe is using a traditional Earl Grey mixed with a little bit of peppermint is a very nice touch, and using 2 Earl Grey tea bags with 1 peppermint tea bag make a very nice mix. And after you remove it from the heat, let it rest for at least 30 seconds and let the tea steep for 5 to 6 minutes before removing the tea bags. Well, Emsol, it's a little longer for the main meal to cook this time around, and a bit of a wait for the hot to heat through, and a bit of a wait for the cold to freeze through. But what a lovely drink to bide the time and or complement your meal with. So I do hope that you have the patience for it, because it's a lovely meal and it really complements each other. And who knew you could put together a 3-course bit using Earl Grey tea? So it can do more than keep Mr. Picard happy in his captain's chair. So let me know what you think of this culinary adventure in the comments below. If you've never cooked meat using the Earl Grey before, let me know what you really think of it. I don't think it's such a far stretch, because we know about orange duck, and this type of tea is flavored with oranges that come from Italy. And who knew bergamot was a type of orange and it grows in Italy? What a lovely scent and what a lovely flavor. So I know for me, I do sometimes cook with citrus and actually slice up lemons or limes or even oranges to cook meats. So this makes a lot of sense to me, and I hope you really enjoy it. All right. Well, this was a short one tonight, but I hope you had fun. I hope the riddles were to your liking. And bon appetit. I will be back again this week. I will be doing the Thursday night, and in talking to some of my subscribers after we journey into Hearthstone, we're going to be looking at some of the games within the game of the World of Warcraft, like Plants vs. Zombies, for example, or the Bejeweled. There are a few games. And then I'll be back again after that on Saturday for our weekly guild meeting to tell you what's new. And let me tell you, I'm very, very excited because I tried an experiment. I am making a promo for a longer video I'll be launching at my 2-month anniversary. And boy, did it ever get the most hits that I've ever seen on any one of my videos in such a short time. So I hope you don't mind the build-up. I hope you don't mind seeing my very shortest shorts of all time. And it's just an experiment to see if I can nudge that algorithm. But out of it, I want to welcome in all of the new subscribers, because we've gained a good handful over the weekend. So welcome in, everybody. I hope you enjoy exploring my playlists. And I really do want to hear from you guys in the comments. Have you tried the Earl Grey recipes that I featured tonight? And in the meantime, if there's a recipe you're really interested in, you can write in and let me know in the comments about anything you'd like me to feature into one of our riddling episodes. And I'd be happy to do that for you. All right. And Riddle Me Din Din will be back again next Tuesday. And just to let you know, on the final Tuesday of our month, which is the 25th, that is the evening that I'm going to my other course, and so I will be doing an earlier version on that day. But next week we'll be back at our regular time. That's 8 p.m. live for Riddle Me Din Din. That will be on April the 18th. So I hope to see you then. And please, everybody, let me know if you make substitutions or you tweak the recipes I've shown you. Let us know in the comments. Share it with us so we can give it a try too. Enjoy. Bon appetit. This is Venus Kalita signing off. Take care, everybody.